This is the brand new 2025 992.2 Porsche GT3 Touring, one of the very first customer cars in the UK, and here's everything that you need to know about it, including what makes it so different from the previous generation GT3 Touring. So, 992.2 GT3 Touring. Let's start with the interior, because the thing that everyone has been talking about is back seats at last on a GT3. That's right, the new GT3 Touring comes with space for 4 people. And for the first time since the 918, we've got these new bucket seats. That's right, the previous generation was still using the 918's non-foldable bucket seats from over 10 years ago. These fold to allow people in the back, and they're also, by popular demand, heated. Looking elsewhere around the car, we've got swathes of carbon fibre, including these lovely door handles, and these are part of the Leichtbau package. That's right, GT3 Touring is now available with 2 options, Standard Touring and Leichtbau. It's the first time that Leichtbau has been available from Porsche since the 964, and it is German for lightweight. And what that includes is carbon fibre pieces, magnesium wheels, and a carbon fibre roof, saving something like a grand total of 9 kilograms. Probably not worth it, except for little details like this, which look amazing. You'll notice that this car's PDK, which is the dual clutch gearbox. It also comes in manual, car behind me. That car is not a Leichtbau, so it's got the longer gear knob. If you were to have manual Leichtbau, you get the short shifter, which comes in the ST. Another improvement that they've made to these bucket seats, which I have to say look amazing, is this. You might think, what on earth am I doing as I struggle around with my thumb inside the headrest? Quick release headrests. Why on earth would you need that? For track driving, of course. It adds something like 5 to 10 more centimetres space behind the driver's head to accommodate for a helmet to stop you from being hunched forward in the bucket seat whilst driving on track. Steering, lots of lessons have been taken from the ST when it comes to the setup of this car, including the steering. So every generation of 911, especially GT3, they claim to improve things like ride, handling and steering. This has got completely reprogrammed steering versus the previous generation, inspired by the ST, except it's also got rear wheel steering, which the ST doesn't have. Obviously, with this being the 992.2, it is a facelift of the 992 generation. Porsche do this every generation, 997, 997.2, all the way up to 991, 991.2, and of course now 992, 992.2. So, styling-wise, the changes are subtle. It is very much a facelift versus the previous generation GT3 Touring. However, under the skin, this car is reworked and it drives better than ever. But talking about styling, let's point out everything that's different, both from an aesthetic point of view and a PPF point of view. So completely new front bumper. And on the topic of the front bumper, a couple of things to mention. First of all, they've completely removed the daytime running lights from the front bumper, thanks to these new matrix headlights, which incorporate all of the road homologation lighting needs. So no longer any need for lighting incorporated in the front bumper. And what that means is they can increase the vents, the size of the vents in the front bumper for improved cooling. But for the first time, GT3 with the wing and GT3 Touring actually have different front and rear bumpers and rear diffuser with a much more track focus, so more aggressive aero on the winged version. All GT3s and GT3 Touring still come with centre locking wheels. However, these are the lightweight magnesium wheels which come with the Leichtbau package that is fitted on this car. Taking a look at the rear of the new GT3 Touring, you can see a completely redesigned rear bumper. Very tucked in shape. I wasn't sure about it when I first saw it in pictures, but actually seeing it here in the flesh for the first time, it's very nice. It's got these very large vents in the rear bumper which take a lot of heat from the rear wheel arches. Of course, this car is rear engined, and on the topic of the engine, I've already opened the engine cover. You can't really call it a bonnet. There's not a lot of engine to see other than that big glossy 4-litre badge. It's basically the same 4-litre flat 6 that came in the previous generation. However, it's been heavily reworked with things like the camshafts from the GT3 RS. But they've also had to add in additional cats to keep to current EU regulations for emissions. What that means is, despite being heavily reworked, this car produces exactly the same amount of power, 503 brake horsepower, but with much, much lower emissions. One sacrifice they did have to make, though, was lower torque, but thankfully they've made up for that with shorter gear ratios, meaning that the driving experience is just as good, if not better, from the previous generation. Something else you might notice, completely redesigned rear light signature, updated to be in keeping with the 992.2 generation. And then this is a gurney flap. This is inspired by the 992.1 ST. We've actually got one of those cars over there. We'll take a look at that later. And this gurney flap, what it allows is this rear wing, it has to raise up at certain speeds, especially on the motorway, to keep the car balanced. But not so aesthetic the way the car raises up on the 992.1. So with the addition of this gurney flap, it allows the same amount of downforce without having to raise the flap quite as high. So it means it's a little bit more appealing on the eye. And quite nice, actually, quite sporty to have this flap here, a little bit of a nod to the ST. But you can probably appreciate the colour under the lights here really nicely. And you might be wondering, what on earth is that colour? Is it a PTS colour? It actually isn't. It's a new colour from Porsche called Oak Green Neo. I'm sure you're all familiar with Oak Green Metallic. Well, this is the new version. And we've actually got two other cars hidden in the workshop in the same colour. I have to say, it looks fantastic. This new colour on Porsche's latest new model, especially after it's been here and been detailed and PPF by Topaz. There's many things that you can't see to appreciate on this car, so you just have to take my word for it. For instance, the suspension setup, clever in many ways. Even components of the suspension, which are underneath the car, have been designed to help with aerodynamics. You think that's out of sight, that's within the car, it doesn't matter. No, they're designed suspension components to be aerodynamically beneficial. But it's not just that. They say that one man spent a year just refining the characteristics of the shock absorbers. In fact, when they started GT3 and GT3 Touring for the new generation, they wanted to have a setup for the Touring and a setup for the wing car. Of course, the wing car being more track focused. But they actually did such a good job with the setup on the Touring that it was perfect for the track car, the wing car too. Meaning this car is compliant on the road, it absorbs the bumps, but when you take it on the track, it's ready to go. And again, it uses a lot of the learnings from the 992 ST, but in this slightly newer package. I mentioned other cars here in Oak Green Neo. I said this is one of the first customer cars. We've actually got another of the first customer cars, purely by chance, also in Oak Green Neo. 992.2 GT3 Touring, also here at Topaz Leeds for paint protection film, and then an electric Macan, again purely by chance, in the same colour. But this allows me to talk a little bit more about paint protection film and what we've had to do here at Topaz Leeds. So new car, that means new PPF patterns. We can't simply take the PPF patterns from the old generation and try and make them fit on this car, because panels like the front bumper, they're completely different. And even panels like the bonnet that you might think are the same, it turns out are different as well. Don't get me wrong, there are some panels, the roof, the rear quarters, which are pretty much identical, but things like the headlights, the bonnet, the bumper, the rear bumper, we've had to pattern those again to make sure that they fit perfectly. But of course, now we've done these first two cars, we're ready at all of our Topaz sites across the UK and across the world to take in GT3s, GT3 Tourings and work on them and protect them to the highest standard. And that brings me very nicely on to what we're doing here. It is, of course, paint protection film. You all know that. But let's jump into the process and see what that involves, including how we pattern these cars. However, I'm going to make you wait 1 second longer, just purely for interest, because we've got them both here. I said that's a light bow car. This isn't a light bow car, so visual differences, different wheels, lack of carbon fibre on the interior, and you can't actually see the difference, but this roof is steel instead of carbon fibre, both of them painted, of course. But enough talk about that. Let's jump straight into the process of detailing and paint protection film on the 992.2 GT3 Touring. Quite a Porsche theme up here in Leeds. A lot more Porsches to show you, including this, the 992 ST. Of course, this is based on the 992.1 generation. I've referred to this car quite a few times in the video already when making comparisons to the 992.2 GT3 Touring. However, one I want to talk about is PPF and what PPF can do. So you might notice something a little bit unusual going on this bumper here. This car was fully PPF by us up here at Topaz Leeds. However, it went on a road trip around Spain. Some quite spirited driving involved, as you can imagine, and it took quite a few stone chips from the front end, probably following cars quite closely and so on, but having a great time, I'm sure. So what that means is the PPF has completely done its job and taken the impact of the stone chips. And the car's come back to have the PPF replaced. So what I can show you is, if I pull the PPF away from the panel, look at all of the chips in the film. Every single one of those marks is a stone chip, and those are impacts that the paint would have taken if the PPF hadn't been there. So all we have to do now is pull the film off, replace it, and that's saved the owner of this car a costly trip to the body shop, because you can only imagine what that paint would have looked like if it hadn't had PPF. And this is something that I really have to show you. I can imagine if you're watching this video, you're a fan of Porsches, specifically the GT3. This is the 992.1 generation GT3 with the wing, but it's come to Topaz for quite a special treatment. This is this customer's first ever car. He's 26 years old, and he'll challenge Topaz Leeds to make his car stand out from the rest. And I think it's safe to say that we've done that. We designed, produced, and installed in-house this incredible livery based on his favorite video game, with all of these leaves that run all the way down to the car, to the extent that we still have some individual leaves to install down the side of the car. And of course, we've also fully PPF'd it. So this car is definitely going to turn heads out on the road. So there you go, that was the brand new 992.2 GT3 Touring here at Topaz Leeds, inside and out, including the detailing and the paint protection fill process. Big thank you to the owner. We'll put his Instagram up here so you can go and follow him, for letting us, of course, trusting us with the car and letting us film the whole process. Hope you enjoyed that, and make sure to tune in for the next one. One last thing I couldn't go without mentioning, decals. We do actually sell decals just like this on the topazshop.com for Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari, in fact, absolutely anything you need. If you can't find it on the store, get in touch and we'll have it made for you.